Good afternoon, everybody. I will continue talking as a simple man talking from Syria. When I talk, anytime I don't talk as politician or as anything else. I talk as a simple man from Syria, suffered a lot, and watched by his own eyes the suffering of the people. So when I am talking for myself and for my people. I thought that I wanted to talk something for the whole world. Usually when you want to talk to the world, you try to be maybe like a diplomatic man. But this is not the good way to speak to the world, because the word that we are speaking to is not the word that in your mind. We are all the time trying to speak from heart to heart. So we want a feeling. We want our feelings to be conveyed to the hearts of the people of the world. And really I am interested in being maybe watched by the whole population of the world. And this is my big dream, is to be watched by the whole population of the world. And I know this very well, and I know that it is impossible to achieve this big dream. But anyway, I try to do my best, and I try to talk to the people that I know, and they had a message also. And they had also a mission to convey these messages to the other people of the world. The message of the Syrian people, who are leading one of the greatest revolution maybe in the modern ages, with a great respect to the other revolutions that the world had lived before. It's 9 years of revolution. It's long time, and actually it is more than 9 years. Millions of people died, millions of people displaced, millions of people are refugees, millions of people are orphans, millions of people are widows. Maybe you find it's very strange that I say millions, 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 but it is reality. If you watch a Syrian site very well, you will discover that there are really millions who died. And those people who died, they left also widows and orphans. And you can see very clearly now that there are millions are displaced, and those displaced people are living in a very bad and the worst condition in the world. This is a revolution. Our message to the world, that we are talking to you to tell you that this is a revolution, and it is not a civil war. There is a big difference between revolution and civil war. We are leading and we are doing a revolution, and a revolution for freedom. So our main and the biggest target that we are trying to achieve is freedom for our people. And freedom means future. So we are seeking also future for the people of our country, and also future for the coming generations that is living now and that will come to life maybe in the coming days or years. So it's a big goal. And because we know very well that Syria is a very important place and strategic country, we know that Syria is very important for the whole population of the world. It's very important for the maybe whole peace of the world. It is in the Middle East, and it is the most important country in the Middle East. We know this very well. And the Middle East is the central area in the world and very important for the maybe global peace. So we wanted, and we still want, peace for everybody in the world. So our revolution is a revolution of freedom. Please keep this in mind. We are not here to keep a dictator or to change a dictator. It is not a civil war between, never at all. It is a fighting and a revolution between, or maybe rebels, and the free rebels are trying to downfall the dictator who killed and destroyed the country and occupied the country by force and iron. This is our message to the world. So what I am going to say now, that we are interested really in the work for the future. We wanted our future to be one of the best. And if Syria is safe, all the world will be safe, I am sure of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, It's peace that we are seeking for. It's peace that we are seeking for. Our dream. I want everybody in the world to go to his country and watch his country very well. We want our country to be like yours. This is what we want. Do you think that, for example, this regime is able to make a country like this? If you think this regime is able to make a country like this means that we are not free revolutionists. But I ask you also to watch the regime for more than 50 years ago. He is controlling, or this regime is controlling Syria for about 50 years until now, and maybe more. And until now, Syria is maybe living the worst life that humanity has lived. There is no democracy, there is no freedom, there is no free journalism, there is nothing to live as a human being. You can live only inside Syria like an animal, or you will spend all your life in the prison. And this is not a good life for everybody. And it's not a good life for anybody, actually. So I ask everybody, a Syrian man is ask everybody in the world to watch his country, and our dream is to make your country like yours. If you are living in England, watch your life. I know that everybody maybe had, or maybe he will have some complaints concerning his life in his country. I know this very well. And I know that perfection is only for God. And there is no perfection only in paradise, maybe. I am very sure of that. But we want an acceptable life for our people and the coming generations. When we say that we seek freedom, this means we seek political freedom in the beginning. Political freedom. We want to elect. We wanted election. We wanted to see the box that you go. Do you see? It's a very small dream. And we died because of this. We wanted a box that we put our papers to elect and vote for the coming president or leader. And we wanted only not to keep under the concurrence of one leader until his die or until his death, and after that he will give the throne to his son. It's not a jungle anymore. Now we are living in the modern ages. So we wanted this, and we want all the free people in the world to help us to achieve this great goal. Our goal is to be a country in the modern world. Our dream is to make a civilized country and to have a good progress for the future and to achieve in the humanity achievements. We wanted to contribute the humanity, and we did before, and we are able to do in the future. So we are trying our best to conquer and to destroy this regime that wanted and still want to keep Syria living in the Middle Ages or maybe in the historical ages. Syria is not a farm for one family anymore. Syria is the place of democracy and freedom, and it will be maybe it will be like a pilgrimage for freedom and democracy in the whole world, and this is our dream. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very simple message, and we wanted everybody in the world to help us. Everybody in the world to help us. Now you see, now the world is watching and living a very bad days, and we really sympathize with the world, and we are a part of the world, and we wanted the world to be safe and healthy again. But we wanted also the world to feel that we need to be healthy also. We need as fast as possible this regime to be downfall, and we wanted a real democracy and a real movement for democracy in Syria. We don't want to change the dictator by another dictator. You must forget that. And this will not succeed. We wanted a new president in a democratic way. Stop, please, planning for the future of Syria as you like. And plan for Syria as the Syrian people like. Plan for Syria if you are really democratic and really free-thinking people. Plan for Syria as you are planning for your country. Because now humanity is one body. And you see in the last 2 or 3 months, there was a very clear example about this. Future is coming and very soon, and we are very sure of this. But we feel very sorry and we feel a great pain when we see that there are a lot of movements in the world trying to change the dictator by another dictator. Please forget about that. The Syrian people wanted elections. We wanted the democratic movement, the democratic way of choosing a president. And if we didn't do that from the beginning, then it will be impossible to make Syria healthy again, because you are only changing cancer by another virus. And this is not maybe if you ask some physicians, they can talk about this better than me. But if you kill a virus and you give the body another virus, then you are giving death to this body. We don't want to keep fighting and asking for revolution and trying to make a revolution forever, because we need a time also to rebuild our country. Our country is destroyed 100%. You are not surprised if I say to you that it is destroyed 100%, but it is. And we need also to collect our people from the world, and we need also to rebuild education again. We need to rebuild the social and the public institutions again, because we wanted really the Syrian man to restart building his country from zero. We are now on zero level. What's happening in the world is very strange, because they are planning for Syria in a funny way, and the people who are planning for Syria in this funny way are democratic people. Try to give Syria a space of democracy from the beginning, because if you do, this means you are trying to put the basement for the healthy situation in Syria and the healthy civilized country that will support the humanity by its own contribution. Otherwise, there will be no real success for that. Otherwise, there will be no real success for that. And I assure for you, if we started the political process from the beginning in the right way, everything after will be wonderful. Because the Syrian people, inside their heart, they have no hatred for anybody in the world. They don't have any pain only with the regime. They don't hate anybody except Russia and Iran. They are real enemies. And also, we don't have, maybe I have to say from the beginning also, that we don't have real hatred to the people of Russia, the Russian people and the Iranian people. It's only regimes helped by killing and destroying our countries, but we have a big respect even to the Iranian and Russian people. We want to make a good relation with our neighbors, all our neighbors. We have a big respect to everybody living over this land, and everybody has the right to live happily and easily over his land. And we respect this very well. We take what we need and what we have and what our grandfather gives, and everybody live over his land peacefully. So there is no real need from me to tell you that we want to smile and to keep everybody smiling. We want to live, and we want also everybody over the world to live. And the Syrian people has the ability to solve all the problems, because they are a well-educated society. They have a good ability to build a healthy society and destroy and fight all the diseases and viruses that you as a whole world are afraid of. And there is no need also to mention some details about that, because we as Syrian people knows very well what's right and what's wrong, and what must be supported and pushed forward, and what must be cancelled and deleted from life. That's very clear. So we have the ability to make our society healthy, and we have the ability to give the world what they wish to see from us. But we have only one condition. This condition is to start the political process healthy as you do in your countries. And we have to stop thinking that what's happening in Syria is a civil war, because it's a revolution for freedom. And when there is a revolution for freedom in one country, this means democratic process will start from the beginning. We don't accept to be dealt like a civil war country. It's not a civil war country because three hard and severe regimes are attacking us for more than 9 years, and all the world is keeping silent. But the people are rebels. They are rebels for democracy and freedom. So we want, only we want, to start the democratic process from the beginning. We want elections. We want elections. We want to form the Syrian law that we need, that all the people inside Syria are equals. There is no difference between anybody in Syria. There is no difference between the people who belongs to any other group of people. All the Syrian people are the same. The rights of the women are equal to the rights of the man. We need equality in Syria, and the Syrian people, this is what they asked for 9 years ago. So I say this for you to tell you that we understand very well how to build a new society. So it's very dangerous if we start the democratic process in Syria by a mistake. We have to start it in a healthy way. The healthy way is to give the Syrian people the ability to choose. Let's start by this, and very soon. I wish and I wish and I wish, and I am sure also that the world will move in the coming time, because I don't know if this is short or long, in the coming time, to downfall the regime and start the political process as soon as possible, because the Syrian people now are living in the worst condition that humanity have ever seen. And I'm very sure that the Syrian people will be able to build the society that all the world will be admire. All the world will admire the society that the Syrian people will succeed to build from the beginning to the end. Absolutely, I understand that all the world is worried and all the world is thinking, but I am very sure that what you're thinking inside your brain is wrong. The Syrian people has the ability to choose and to put trust in the one that deserve this trust. And the Syrian people as total are pure and innocent people, and they love their country and the humanity as a whole. And when you love your country and the humanity on the same time, this means you will not do any harm for your country, and also you will not do any harm and cause any harm for anybody over this land. So we understand very well that with some support of the world to our case, everything will be wonderful in our future and also in your future. We don't want to reject and destroy a regime by giving the chance to another regime to survive and be strong again. I will try not to make my talking in this video very long for two reasons. The first one, the internet in my place is not so good, so anytime it will be disconnected. And the second one, that I try to talk as much as possible, and I try to give the ideas that I want to say in a precise way. I thank everybody who watched me, and I hope my friends can watch and share this video. Accept my great respect. Thank you and good day.